to talk about some pretty big news. Devin, thank you so much for taking the time to join us and give us a tour of your house.
Oh, it's my fault. No
You're
problem,
good.
guys. I'm
Welcome to
glad to be here.
Cribs.
So from what I'm hearing too, I know you broke some news earlier too, but why don't you break the big news to us here at Running Point and to all the fans at YSN?
I mean, I'm going to be committing to the University of Virginia. I'm super excited about it. When I went on a visit there, the coaching staff and just everyone, like pretty much everyone there was just super just into it. They got a completely new coaching staff. The campus was awesome, and I just felt like when I got on campus, I was like, this is like where I'm supposed to be at, and it was just a good feeling, you know.
You know, Devin, I've been to that campus, and I can share your thoughts. It's such a beautiful campus because it's all old school. You know, you can really tell when you walk into that campus that it was built in the days with Thomas Jefferson. I mean, everything's kind of restored, of course, but also they've kept that old kind of look to the restorations they've made. It's a miraculous campus.
It really is. It's awesome. I mean, it's founded by Thomas Jefferson, so I think that's pretty cool. And like history, I'm interested in history, stuff like that. And it was just it's cool to be a part of. I'm excited to get on campus and start competing again.
Just talk to me about the excitement to play for a Power 5 school too. I mean, dream come true, I gotta imagine for you too, thinking that, I mean, everyone's dream when you start in varsity football too is to try to get to that next level. A lot of kids' dreams are. What does it mean to you to be able to do it and to be able to do it at such a great school like this?
Well, I mean, it really is. It's a tremendous honor because academically they are just one of the top premier programs, like one of the best public education schools in the whole entire country. So it's an honor to go there. And it really is like, it's just an awesome feeling, like growing up, like every kid's dreams to go play Division I football somewhere. And I get to live that dream out. And I'm just so excited to, just see what happens, like I have a cousin that lives down there. So it's going to be nice. Like, at least I like know somebody on campus. So like, that'll be like helpful for me. But I mean, I'm just excited to get to work. And because when I went there, like the weight room and the facilities were all beautiful. And like, it just seemed like when I went there, like the players had like a player panel basically where they all sat down and the coaches all left the room. And like you could just ask these guys questions. And like it was just cool to like hear like the players talk. And like they were so genuine and everyone seemed like they really just loved the program and loved to be a part of it. So like for me, like that was really important to like see other players, like what their experiences were like there, like seniors and stuff like that. And even they had like a couple sophomores talk about it. And it was just cool to like hear like their experiences and like it just felt like home,
Now that you can call yourself a Division I football player and you're going to be playing in that Power 5, reflect on your time at Fitch and how much the lessons you've learned with this football program and with Coach Parker are really going to help you go into this next level and take this next step and be a football player in Virginia.
Well, I do think having Coach Parker was a huge blessing in my life to have him be my head coach. He's an offensive coach, and I feel like the scheme that we ran offensively this year is very similar to a lot of college offenses like throughout the country with the spread system and making quick reads and when like a lot of RPOs and quarterbacks always getting on the move. So like I feel like playing in the offense that I played in has really prepared me for the next level. And just like the talent in Ohio is it's really up there. You've seen it on Max Preps. Like Ohio has Division I and II in the top like 10 hardest like divisions in the country. So like you obviously week in and week out you're playing some of the best teams in the country, like Hoban and schools like Massillon and you're battle tested. I feel like when I go there, like it's not obviously the speed of the game is gonna be a lot faster than high school football, but I feel like playing schools like Massillon and Hoban and like those big time schools, you're kind of like I've seen like real football before instead of playing like some smaller schools, and it is different. The speed of the game is very different, even from like middle school to like high school. So it's going to be like it's just a big jump.
It'll definitely be interesting too. Now, is this a situation competing for a quarterback job, or is there other positions too that you'd be all right playing for at Virginia?
Well, for me, like obviously I grew up playing quarterback my whole life, but I also grew up playing defense my whole life. And like obviously my junior year, I couldn't play defense because of my shoulder. And this year I was sprinkled in a little bit at corner, which I had a great time playing corner. It is fun playing defense. And if they ask me to move positions, and I feel like for me, I'm a football player. I want to play football, whether that's at quarterback or wherever, or slot receiver or safety or corner, like wherever they have me at, I want to play football. but like obviously I'm a quarterback first, and I believe in my abilities as a quarterback to translate to the next level. And obviously I know I need to improve this year, and I feel like I'm gonna put a good season, I'm gonna have a good off season this year in the weight room and then on the field, training with Coach Mandler and our old Austintown coaches. I'm just like whatever they have me do, I think I'll be okay with. Like if they want me to switch positions, I would, but I'm going in as a quarterback.
How much of a blessing has it been to be able to go into different positions with your career at Fitch and to be able to play corner and to be able to say that if they want you in those spots, you do have the experience and you're not going to be like a deer in headlights going, how do I do this? I mean, you definitely have that experience, and you can draw on your experience as a quarterback if they put you on defense to say, I know how quarterbacks think. I know what quarterbacks are going to do in this situation. How much of a blessing do you think that would be, obviously, when you go into this next level and you prepare for it?
Well, I mean, it's super beneficial for me at least. What like you said, playing quarterback and then playing like defense, you kind of look at it from a different perspective. When you've been playing quarterback, like you know how quarterbacks think a little bit, and like you can say, like, oh, maybe he wants to go to the ball, he wants to go here with the ball, and or if I bait him like this way, maybe I can catch a pick or something. So definitely like playing different positions. Like I feel like all kids should not like just play one position their whole life. I feel like you should try like multiple positions and get a feel for the game in different ways, because like every player has a different perspective of how the game went. You know, someone on the D line has a completely different perspective of how a wide receiver saw the game. You know what I mean? So just getting it like from different angles and different viewpoints, it is super beneficial for me, like translating to the next level.
Who's a teacher at Austintown that's inspired you?
Okay, I have two favorite teachers, Miss Leskovac and probably Miss Carroll, who both been like super supportive of me. Like they already like told me congratulations. They were like some of the first people to text me. They're super supportive of like the community. They come to a bunch of games, like wrestling events. They come to that, basketball games, football games. They come to it all, and it's just good to see like teachers and members of the community just coming out to support like just the local teams. You know.
Devin, I'm sure your phone has been blowing up in the last, I don't know, hour since you've announced this. Talk about like how much love you've actually felt from this community today and how much it kind of reinforces how great of a community Austintown Fitch really is.
Well, I feel like I obviously know like our community is awesome, like just by playing for Austintown. But today kind of like hit me a little bit like, wow, like a lot of people in this community care about me. And it just kind of motivates me to like want to work even harder to perform, not just for myself, but like for my town. You know, it does mean a lot to me. Like my dad played here at Austintown Fitch, and this town does mean a lot to me. And to see that the community kind of get behind my back and kind of like push me on and want to see me do good things, it is a really good feeling to have. And I'm just super thankful for like everyone who just been a part of like my career so far up to this point throughout Austintown. And it really is just a blessing to have like a great community behind me.
Talking about moving on to the next level, being a senior leader now in two sports, both football and basketball, what is one thing you hope to leave behind with the underclassmen now to remember you by now, leadership wise?
I really, because like obviously you guys know who Deshaun Vaughn is. I really hope like that in football at least, because like obviously I play basketball, but I'm not like super good at it. You know what I mean? I try to do my best like leadership wise to motivate our guys, but I do think like one thing I want to leave behind is just always working hard and staying after at practice, getting there early, finding ways to just get a little bit better each day. Because I feel like our class as a whole, we would always kind of like, even since like 8th grade, we would always put in work like extra. We'd be at the field during COVID. We would be hopping fences to like find fields to just throw on. And I feel like I hope that like matters to like the younger kids who like have seen that and seen the work that we've put in. And I feel like it will, because like I can tell right now, like just popping by in the weight room of the football team, seeing how those guys get after it. It really is. It gets me going again. I'm like, man, like I wish I could be a part of it, but you know, my time's passed, and I'm just excited to see what those guys do.
Devin, you don't get to the level that you are without role models and people that kind of lift you up and teach you the way. So who have been some of your role models throughout your journey that have gotten you to this point?
Some of like growing up, I watched guys like Antoine Harris and Darren Hall, who were like superstars, Demetrius Davis, Chris Davis, Matt Futkos, like just some old Fitch legends that like I grew up watching as a little kid. And I feel, and like guys like Nick back when I first came in, and he kind of just showed me the ways. Like, I really am blessed to have like so many like good people around me to show me like how to be a quarterback and how to be a football player and what it means to be a Fitch Falcon. So like just like all those guys growing up were super supportive. You know, they all want to see you do good things, and I feel like it just shows in our community. Like no one really wants to see someone. If you're from Austintown, you want your Austintown people to do good, and I think that's a really good thing, and that's what kind of makes our community our community.
Shout out your support system and those people that have been there every step with you along the way.
Okay, I want to shout out to my mom, my dad, my sister, both my sisters. I want to shout out Sparta. I want to shout out Tooney. I want to shout out David, Dom, Mason, Clayton, Deshaun, JJ. Give me like a second. I got to think. Chris King. Who else is there? Give me like one. I want to shout out a couple more people. I got to think off the top of my head. Who else is there? I don't know anyone else off the top of my head. But yeah, just
blanket term of football team, basketball team, all those that have been there.
Yeah, football team, basketball, Coach Parker, Coach Beanie, Coach Steiner, Coach Schnern, just like all the teachers I had throughout the years. I'm so thankful for all those guys. Like just all my past teammates, just everyone who's been a part of it, like the whole time. Like I'm just super thankful for just everybody.
Devin, I apologize for wearing one of your future rivals on the show.
I did see that. I was like,
I did not know that this was happening. Poorly timed.
It's all good.
But for all the Virginia fans out there, maybe the first one that you do on air, give us a Go Who's.
Go Who's, baby. Let's go.
There it is. Devin, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We could not congratulate you more on this wonderful accomplishment. We wish you the best of luck in your last couple months at Fitch, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Awesome. I really thank you guys for having me on the show. I had a good time.
Thank you, Devin.
All right, we'll see you guys soon.
See ya.